Hi everyone, this is Word Chapter 3, Pause and Practice number 3, and we're beginning on Step 8 on page W3-174. We're in the American River Cycling Club document, the report, and what we're going to do now is the last thing we did was we put some document properties in, and we're going to use those document properties to create a cover page, right, and then customize some of the fields further. So we want to go Control Home, make sure you're at the beginning. I guess actually doesn't need to be because the cover page is going to go at the beginning. So we want to go into the insert, so not references or any of that. So we're going to do insert, and we're going to find cover page. So it should be at the very, very left. And then we're going to do the down arrow and find semaphore. Semaphore. Everybody know what a semaphore is? It's a signal. So we're going to do a semaphore. It's going to put in a cover page, and it is at the very beginning, right? So we've got some codes in here. I'm going to turn these off so I don't see that. Okay, so on the date, I'm going to click on the date and click on this and pick the current date, okay? So that's today's date. Your date, of course, would be different. That's the published date. Okay, so all of these that have the little brackets, those are these, let me start over, sorry. These are all fields, and so we can add fields, we can remove fields, and we can change some of the information. So we already updated the date. So now we want to find this where it says the author name, right? So when I click on author name, do you see there's a little box above it that says author? I want you to click on that box. See how it's gray? Okay, that's the little field handle. That's what you want to be on. I'm going to hit delete, but I don't want to just be in there. That's deleting the contents of the box, but leaving the box, we actually want to get rid of the box. So we're going to make sure we click on that, then hit delete. And so that field box, that container, is gone, and not just the contents of the container, right? So do you see the difference? So when I click here, I'm working in the contents. When I click on the little handle, then I'm dealing with the entire box. All right. So so the line that has, let me go back and redo this. So we're going to hit delete, and then what the heck? Delete. And then we want to put quick parts. Okay, so that's back in insert. And over here under text, we want to find the quick parts and document properties. So this is where we can start seeing those properties that we put in when we went to field properties, right? So remember we put in a manager, Oleska. Okay, so now her name is going to be in place of where the author is. Okay, so that should be cool. So then we're going to click in the company address, and this time we are going to do www.arcc.org. We're going to put some contents in the field inside the container, and then subtitle, we're going to delete that. So another way to do it is to right click and say remove content control. It's like deleting it, so we're good there. We're going to click the title, and we're going to make that bold. I did it the wrong way, so oops. So we want to select title, click on the word title, it selects everything, and then B. It saves you from having to select everything. All right, I'm going to do a save because that's looking pretty good. Now I want to work on putting in a footer. Not footnotes, but a footer, something that appears at the bottom of every page. And what we want to do is we want to do different odd and even pages, because this is going to be duplex printed, so front and back it's going to be bound. So when you look at a book, and if you take a look at your textbook, the left hand, the pages that are on the right, the page numbers at the right side. If you turn the page and look at the left hand page, it's out at the left side. So those are different odd and even footers, and you know, you could prevent that by putting the page number in the middle, but you wouldn't want to ever put that page number inside the bind at the, you know, where the side that's bound. You either want it centered or out at the outside of the page. And so the outside of the page is different whether it's odd or even, because we're going to print it front and back. Okay, so we want to go to the top of the document, and we're going to insert a footer, and we want to do edit footer. So it takes us to this footer and brings up the header and footer tools. So we're going to select where it says different odd and even pages. So that now we're going to have first page, because it's different first page. So that's different. We don't have any footer on first page. So let's go ahead and say next. And now it's going to take, look, odd page footer, right? If I do next again, it's even page. So previous, we want to be an odd. So we have a first page, an odd page, and an even page footer. So we really could have three. In the first page, we're not going to have any footer, but we're going to have different odd and evens, okay? So on the odd page footer, we want to put page number, and we want to do bottom of page, and we want to select 2 bars 1. 2 bars 1. Okay, so it's on the left, right? So if I just go down one more, look at 2 bars 2, it's over here on the right. So for the odd, we're going to do 2 bars 1. So it's going to put the 2 bars, page number out here on the left. We're going to go next. It's going to take us to an even page footer. We're going to do the same thing, page number, bottom of page, but this time we're going to find 2 bars 2. So it's going to put the page number over here on the right, which is good. So leave the footer open because we're going to do some customization here. We want to be on the even. We're going to do a Control R or align right, whichever, to move. We want to do document info, and from here we want to find the company name. So that is in the document properties. Sometimes you have to look for these things, but it's a good bet to do document properties or field are the 2 areas. So we're going to find company. So on the even page, in addition to the page number, we're going to have the company name. And so I'm going to select the word company and change, oops, dang it, I hit the wrong thing. I'm going to select the word company, go home, and we're going to do 10 point and bold. Okay. So now we want to go back to this header and footer tools. We want to do previous because we're on even. We want to go back to the odd, which is over here. And what we want to put in the odd is the document title. So we're going to do that same process. We're going to do document info, and right now we don't have to go to properties because title is right there. So we're going to pick document title. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to pick title. We're going to go home. We're going to make it 10, and we're going to do bold. So now both sides are 10 bold. One is the title of the document, one is the company name. We have our page numbers, so we're good. We can close out of our header and footer. I'm going to do a save. And now let's just review our document. So I would like to just do a print preview. So I'm going to just do print, and we're just going to look at it. So page 1, no header or footer, good. Table of contents, we've got, if there's a 1, developing personal training. Page 2, this kind of drives me crazy that this is out like that, but that's the way it is. So personal training program, we've got our footnote, American River, developing a long ride. Okay. So we can keep going. And there's our references. Perfect. Let's do a save. You're done with the pause and practice number 3. So you can return to your lessons, chapter 3, assignments, and submit it here. All right, guys, thank you.